Welcome back to Facts Available. Nino the Beaver Done. This is my thing show. In fact, I need you guys not to be too proud for the pride to like and subscribe and follow unless you lost your heart in your mind. But then, yeah, who cares? Then, I can follow. That is follow. But long story short, like a Newport, I still keep it cool like a pack of cigarettes do. Life is up to you. Your choice, but the sort to give you guys the good news, and it's the host that does the most is when he's smoking, and you already know if I ain't smoking, gotta be out of my goddamn mind, and I can't find it this time. So I'm gonna tell you, you don't know it, you don't know it. You did. Well, here to bring you another show with the Backwood Show. We smoke what we do, we do what we do, what we do. Then the dude gave still a back her crew sitting around in new shoe, but you know how I do it. The dude nothing wrong with me because I can be a fool. Anyway, when I'm finishing, today's topic is Jamie Foxx and what is going on with that Jamie Foxx. The reason I say this because only so many individuals that are willing to put the truth of the story or the matter out there, and this is just a prime example. But now I'm gonna tell you this: I'm not against interracial dating. I want to say that first and foremost. So everyone knows I'm not here to brainwash the masses into thinking woke. But I do believe a person has a choice to choose blue pill, red pill, if they sort feel they do. So you guys give me a minute. This thing is getting on my fucking nerves. Let me cut this thing off. Let me just open my window. Hopefully I ain't gonna be doing this show for too long, so. Okay. Alright. Anywho, what I'm finna do is give you guys plenty news where I feel my perspective is and where I feel I should do being the dude that gets shuffled back up and send a rub me shoot. Well, that's what I do, and that's what I'm good at. So what if I pertain to put my perspective in, where I put my perspective in again, So let me say what I can if I can, like a shooter needs soul on the speed of his soul, his toes. So let me do what I do. First of all, I want to say this clearly. We're not against interracial dating, but I put in perspective to plenty men. You can't love anyone until you love yourself. A reflection of who you talk to is a reflection of yourself as well. So, of course, I'm always going to tell a colored man to always seek love and refuge within a person that is the same color of you, of course. Now let's go back into why I said this. Now, I find it very irrelevant to not mention this, but I find it very relevant to mention this because of certain things and circumstances that I have to, and let's just get down to it because I have to. Not to blast fools or blast information just to grasp to. I hope you will more likely grab to. Listening is the most important thing we can do. All right, well, I said that scenario and analogy in which I said before, and because Jamie Foxx is in a bad condition. It seems like YouTube bloggers, only certain bloggers are putting it on the line because I understand you have a platform. And saying certain things within your platform can make you a target among mainstream media. And that's cool. But if you're a blogger and a journalist, you want to say journalist, definitely. You're a journalist, your job is to tell a job the way a journalist tells a job, whether your life may be targeted for certain fit reasons or unseen see fit reasons, what that may be, with etc. You do not, as especially a man, I especially have to say this to my man journalists and bloggers. A scary cat is a scary cat. You're a scary cat. You're a scary cat. Well, and I say that to say this right here. That's facts never been that. It's a fact that facts never been that. I don't care if you had 1 million subscribers. If you was journalism last week and you was talking to everyone business, now if it gets a little more dangerous and you find out someone you're talking on within a subject you're talking on has a very dangerous situation around regarding his name, then you handle it accordingly. But you don't just stray from the light of the truth of the matter of it. And I want to get straight to the point of what I'm saying. Long story short, Jamie Foxx's life is in danger. He said before he was placed on life support that he felt someone was after him to kill him. First, he highlighted that he had a situation with Diddy. That's first. Now we can get to that later. We'll talk about that a little later. Okay. After a while, he not to renege. He didn't renege on Diddy. After a while, he actually had more of a clearer vision of who could be behind this very, very distraught situation of a matter that could be within his downfall. Very heinous situation, very particularly. When we acknowledge everything there is to acknowledge within this acknowledgement of this, it is a very big shabacle. Very big shabacle. But long story short, a lot of bloggers are throwing rocks and hiding hands, are not throwing shit. They're not telling the story in perspective. And it's really disturbing, yo. Very, very disturbing. Like, let me tell you this, why I say it's very disturbing. And I want to tell you guys, appreciate the guys that are supporting the show, that want to stay woke, that want me to spit shit, that want me to give you my insight. I give you my insight and plenty of that on any given night if that's what you want from Mac. I could do that. In fact, I'm gonna tell you like this, like Nike, I could be your type if you like it. Just check it, Nike, rightfully. Anyway, anywho, what I'm finna do, let's tell you the truth. Because listen here, somebody's out to kill Jamie. Lord Jesus, somebody help him. But long story short, Jamie was going through a midnight crisis, a midlife crisis, if I should say that, more like on the movie set he was having, and I forgot what actor it was she was acting when she came out of retirement to do the movie with him, and she said a lot of things was going on within the movie. But long story short, after Jamie Foxx hospitalization, you say, he started to notice certain things, and he was saying that he was poisoned, and it's just weird. But let's get down to the long story short of what I meant in the racial part, because I'm stretching the long story short into a longer, and I don't want to do that no longer, if you don't mind, because the nigga have more than hunger pains. I'm hungry. All right. Anywho, what I'm gonna say when I finish the truth. Jamie Foxx, ever since he had a date, I wouldn't just say a date. This should be straightforward. He started dating Katie Holmes behind Tom Cruise back, because Tom Cruise is a friend of Jamie Foxx. That should be straightforward. We're all adults here. And long story short, I'm gonna run this shit real quick. Long story short, Jamie Foxx life ended up in a situation where he felt it was in danger. Tom Cruise wasn't too happy about the situation of him dating his ex-wife. Along with that, Katie Holmes had a situation, a very bad situation, if I might say, where she had to get away from the Church of Scientology, and she ended up dating Jamie Foxx around this time and telling him some of the things she's seen within the church, and still a situation within Jamie Foxx's mind he felt that maybe he didn't have to be in too much doubt of, but surely should have been more alert. What I go back to telling black men, it's always a danger to talk to a woman outside of our race. Remember this. This is the lesson of the day. Don't always think, oh, I'm here. First of all, that's your friends ex-fiance, you should have told him. Second, it's always a danger to talk to someone outside of your comfort zone. I hate to say that. Just want to say that. Um, Truth. Now, let's get back to some search shit. Now, it won't be a Backwood show. If I didn't have a Backwood to smoke, let me know, let me know, let me know. If I'm on the right road, if I'm lost, let me know where I should go, boys. Okay, here we go. We ready to smoke. If I got a Backwood to hold, let me know. Oh, there we go. You did. Alright. So that's what I'm gonna do. Alright. Give me a second. I doubt the show gonna be too long today. We could probably do about 15, 20 minutes. Who knows? YouTube, I know you guys used to longer segments, but we gonna be in it out here. Got a lot of shit I gotta wrap up on. So I'm gonna run this. Man, now we're going to Jamie Foxx because we have to give Jamie his flowers. Jamie Foxx, one of the greatest actors of all time. Since I'm a rapper, greatest actors of all time. That's factual. And even still, that within his prime, to mention that in fact, this dude is there at the time is still equivalent to any rapper. Any actor. Excuse me again. Any actor that would think they're in that prime. He's up there with the Denzel. I hate to say he just made it to the level. Him and Will Smith just made it to the Denzel level in acting. And then when it's funny when black men get to the acting, look at Will Smith. When he gets to the level of Denzel, the Jada Pinkett bring it down. Jamie Foxx get to the level of Denzel. I have to be honest. It was a black woman with Will Smith, now it's a white woman with Jamie Foxx. Because he would be alright if he would never just. He already got a situation where Diddy's a little upset with him, and that's just another situation. But let's talk about Diddy since how Diddy came into play as someone named his name. Well, just be honest. That's a very torturous guy, and I don't even want to speak on him. But since I'm not a coward, I speak on him. Everybody around Diddy, Puff Daddy, if that's what you want to call him. I'm not calling no man Puff Daddy. What the hell? I like the no name better. Diddy. I don't let Black Raw went to jail. Andre Darrell died. Biggie died. Sean went to jail. Goon got saved. Mace got saved. Everyone around him died, or so the only thing that saved them was the fact that they got saved and donated their life to, or gave their life. I say donate. Oh shit, you might want to say gave your life to God, etc., etc. And I'm not here to judge anyone. I'm just here to tell you, this man ain't right. Diddy's not right here. Of course, you guys were saying things like, well, Suge Knight put this hit out on Diddy. Come to find out, this guy's on wiretappings. They're telling the guys, did you get the money for the contract hit on old boy? And they tell him, which one? Letting you know that Diddy put 2 contract hits out on 21. You guys don't know shit about the world we live in. For the FBI, no job, no lie. But I'm surprised. As even the attention rise, think about this. It's I think about, as soon as I heard that phone call, I was so fucking freaking shocked. Like when I heard the phone call, He live. That's why when you guys really think Eminem just made that line up about what's the name of that song he did on MGK? Kill Shot. When he said about Diddy, he say, you know, Diddy something. He said, we know Diddy killed Pop. He said that in that song Kill Shot. Look it up when he did MGK, because that's Diddy artist. He didn't just come up with that. It's all known throughout hip hop. The FBI, it just cannot touch a lot of these guys because they're connected with certain individuals at the time until it all backfires. A lot of these people involved in sex trafficking, shit that you have no fucking idea about. But that's a long story short, and I don't even got time to go on that, of course. The world is fucked up. Let's get back to Jamie. Had to touch on Diddy while he was. Well, I had to touch on Diddy while he was, and it still is, a prime suspect. Let's talk about this shit here. Now, I don't have anything against interracial dating, but if you think your life could be not in danger talking to a woman of compromised color, think again. Now, I tell brothers this all the time. It's dangerous talking to a woman your color. Imagine talking to a woman outside of your color. It's different. We live in a world where the world will judge us differently. Now imagine this woman has secrets. You see what I'm saying? Maybe, you know what I'm saying? She has secrets. I have a situation with my cousins right now. He's dating, not dating. He's with a white woman. Guess what? Not judging. That's his baby mother. He had a baby by her. Her baby father is a sheriff. Her other baby father. You see what I'm saying? Very, very dangerous situations. And I'm just giving scenarios. Not nothing happening, anything out of that situation. Just giving scenarios, yo. You know what I'm saying? You hopefully understand with me like you do. I'm trying to take you down a little road, down the yo-yo. But like, yeah, just stay with me if you can, if you do. But long story short, like I knew, we're just here saying it's here. Yo, like, you gotta be very alert when you're around someone outside of your race, though. That's just true. That's just all that is to it, and for you to know what you do. Nothing wrong with it, even if you like have a thing or a fling for another little thing, you know. Ain't nothing wrong with it. But just know we live in a world where you can become targeted for so many ways and reasons if you're not believing like Dr. Falsey is treason often in bed. But see me, I'm telling you this here, I really believe that man was telling the truth when he said he was poison. Now he say the Scientology church have it out for him. When they do, ooh, I don't think you guys know the history of the Scientology church. Like, I remember one time I was watching the news. No bullshit. I was watching the news. And they did a little segment on how the pastor of the Scientology church, I don't know his name or was such, but he had a contract hit out on his own fucking father. The private investigator was watching his father. And when he walked up to the father say, my son got a contract hit out on me, huh? Please don't kill me. You know what I'm saying? Don't kill me. Don't even tell him. Just tell him I left the country. This is a shame. You know what I'm saying? He already know. He say, man, don't. He could tell. It's a shame we live in a world where people know people out to. People know your game. You know what I'm saying? You just got to be honest. Like, we know people, you know a person when they trying to fuck you, a person trying to lie to you, person trying to jive to you, person borrowing money saying they're going to pay back, they're never going to pay back. In fact, you just like, okay, he think I'm a jive over fool too. You know what I'm saying? And then you just got people out here that just think you could just run any kind of game, whether it be, think they could set you up literally and you won't even know it. Take your life and like you just so stupid to see the signs when it shows it. Come on, man. The signs will show it. So you have to keep your eyes open. I mean, eyes open, eyes open, eyes open all the time. And my heart goes out to Jamie Foxx because after he talked to, you know, Katie Holmes and he received information, it put his life in danger. And at that time, like I say, it's so many things he could have avoided. Like he could have avoided a behind the back relationship with a friend's ex fiance. And see, a black man will be hurt behind it, but white people really take that personal. A black person, we be hurt. You talk to one off fiance, yeah, but eventually we be like, alright, fuck it, you know. And the first time we seen that shit in the black community, black white people, you know what I'm saying? Black people, we like that too, cause we all human. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to make this a racial thing. This not a racial thing here. We just try to let things go. We try to be more of a forgiving, but sometimes we be just as much vindictive as any race, and sometimes even more vindictive. But for the foremost in the black community, it's like known people get on your case about not forgiving and forgetting, even for the worst of things. So it's like we learn to be more mature about those type of things. Okay, you fuck my grab. I fucked you fuck my baby mother, or you fuck my wife, or so, you know what I'm saying? I ain't with her no more. So it's just like, okay, it could have been worse. So we just look at it like things of, oh, it could have been worse. He could have did it when I was with her, or he could have did this. At least they not behind my. We just try to find a positive about everything, and negative, you know. For the first foremost, every race pretty much is the same. You know what I mean? It's the side of genetics. Then we're talking very much a difference. Humanity, or you want to say humanity, some of us humans, whatever we want to say, all right, we all are the same. We are beings in a celestial avatar of a being. But for the foremost, you have to be careful in this world who you acknowledge as friend, etc. more. And I feel Jamie Foxx could have got a little bit over. Now I'm not, you know, the best word say, not over his head, but maybe so, you know. It really, but let's give him his accolades. Jamie Foxx, one of the greatest actors, singers, you know, television co-hosts, hostess, did some of the greatest TV shows, sitcoms. Man, greatest of all time. We have to give him his flowers, and we have to tell the truth about his current situation right now. To the point, for real, no matter where you with, you have to be honest with yourself. Like, something's going on, and people don't want to spit the whole truth. So people, like, they'll tell this side of the blog, like I told you at first, they'll tell, oh, Jamie Foxx is in the hospital, but it's legend rumors I don't want to speak on. You don't want to speak on. It's legend rumors that someone maybe, like, it was first they were saying Diddy, but then it came through was he had a thing with Katie Holmes when her life was in danger, and she spoken to certain things that she didn't want to acknowledge to the average person, but she felt she could confide in Jamie to, and that might have put him in a situation where his life is now in danger. Yes. So why you don't feel man enough or woman enough, you feel you blog, you have a platform to tell the whole truth and no truth but the whole truth, so help you God. Weirdos. Come on, man. You guys here. Somebody gave all of everybody in America the wrong motherfucking platforms. They gave us all social medias. Lord Jesus. They gave us fucking phones where we could record our fucking selves. You know what I'm saying? What's the worst fucking mistake that you could fucking do? Now, anybody can be a blogger and journalist. It's crazy, yo. Very crazy. And then they don't want to do it honest. You got some news reporters that have been killed by cartels because they refuse to not tell the truth. You got some news reporters have been killed by the CIA because they refuse not to tell the truth. You got some, that's journalism. You see what I'm saying? I hate to say, I don't want to talk about no fucking secret society. You know what I'm saying? On my shit. You know what I'm saying? I want to break the truth down to the world what a secret society. I actually did research on the secret societies, and when you actually understand them, they're not nothing but people that actually are branches of the old ancient mystic schools. In ancient time, they had mystic schools where they taught ancient teachings of higher learning, And that's all the secret societies are branches of the mystic schools. They're not big as the world make them out to be, but they are powerful people. Yes, I can give that into existence. They're elitists of people, but they're not powerful as the world. They're powerful in their own realm, but they losing power between the financial realm right now as we speak. But also, side of it, certain secret societies control certain things. Illuminati control media. The Bilderberg brothers, Rothschilds, the Rockefellers, they control the money. They control the banking, the global banking. They're more of the cabal. They're the real big. The cabal is the one that controls everything. The cabal is the Vatican, the Rothschilds, the Bilderberg brothers, J.P. Morgan. You know what I'm saying? Them guys, Warner Brothers. You know what I'm saying? Them are the bigger, you know what I'm saying? That's the boule. That's the guys that run the smaller secret society. You guys don't know it. Everything has a hierarchy. There's levels to this shit. But long story short, I just felt somebody wanted me to kick that knowledge before I kicked it. So we got back into Scientology and how it's existence. It's existing. It's existing because of the reason and why it's existing is because these people are a branch of what maybe you could say a poor other secret society, but in their own mind and on Scientology, they feel it's their way of saying they believe in science is the way of God's thinking, which you can't deny that. You can't deny that. If God's real, then he has to prove himself through science. I'm not in the secret society, but I do believe in that. But I do believe some things that Scientology does are weird. Weird. That's just weird. You know what I'm saying? They just weird. I said I was going to do number like 15, 20 some minutes, probably 30 at the most. But it just got it to the, we started running it. We did a real show here. But long story short, I wanted to make sure I ring that with you guys on that port and you guys understand what I'm getting here. What I'm saying. Long story short, we live in a world where people are not educated to know certain things. So when people get into certain things, even celebrities, they get into secret societies. They have no idea what they get into. They don't do their research on these secret societies. They don't know how to they let the secret society manipulate them instead of them learning how to do their research on the secret society. And you become a man of your product. You learn life is chess, not checkers. No one can get you before you get you out of you. You get them before they're out of anything they got that you got them out of, because you know that what it is, and you study with them just like they studied you before they could study you. And you gotta understand this. Life is chess, not checkers. So you learn how to manipulate them before they manipulate you. It's the only thing you can do instead of become someone's control mute of a mule that is a fool. And you don't want to become that to do. Let me say that first and foremost. This is why it's always relevant to know anyone what you consider a predecessor, adversary, enemy, etc., to know your research on this person, because how can you know them? How can you beat them if you don't know their move? This is why so many people lose when it comes to the higher ups, the elites, where you can call them secret societies, the Illuminati, the Baphomets, because they don't know how life moves. Life is staged in what you do not know and what you cannot prove. Life is stage 2. So if you don't make your movie, you don't inspire to encourage yourself, someone to make your movie for them, life will be a depressing stage for you. Life will be stressful for you. Life will be miserable for you. But the minute you put courage into yourself, put bravery into yourself, wisdom into yourself, and affirmations into yourself, knowing, talking to yourself within the power of destruction and spitting things into the world as if they not where they were, as they are, until they be, then you will know your existence and speaking positive things into your life, and it will come true. But you have to understand, if you don't, that someone will do it for you and speaking in a negative into your life for you. True. But listen here, from me to you is to tell you to never be someone's fool. Always understand, we're not kids to play here. This is the truth. I'm telling you. Listen to me. Life is about understanding. Yes, it could be bittersweet. This is no diss at interracial dating. This is just me telling that segment is over. It's me telling I aspire to let everyone know, racist people to white people, all colors, Caucasians, blacks, Hindus, Arabians, Chinese, Vietnamese, we are to love one another in one nature. Now, it is a part of things, and I hate to say in this world, in the way we came across this world, especially in this world in common nature, especially in today's basis. that we live in a racist society that is racist. That's just it. Or believing too much of this high white supremacy that is just so by meaningless, really meaningless to the point it's just something I disagree with. But who am I to judge society when I know everything in society is meant in here in the matrix to make you before it breaks you? Everything happens in this world, everything happens in this world because we're here to make an example of life is a test. And the more stress you will see blessings if you can accomplish everything you see you want to accomplish before you accomplish. It's just important. It's important to know that life going to throw you straws of curveballs after curveballs of curveballs, and you just hit them out the park. Just like when I play sports, easy. But see, if you don't know these things, then you know life is gonna throw you things. So we don't pray. We don't pray for the struggle. We pray for the good times, but the struggle is what makes the good times. If you actually look ahead instead of always lying within the matrix of the lies that are lying to you ahead, in your head, in your vibration. You have to see between the truth inside and say, man, you know what? Life is what I speak into my existence. And when it comes down to Jamie Foxx, it's the same thing with it. You got to expect the bad things to happen. And you got to say, what if this happens here? What would I do? Can't trust this person. Have to be, just being real with you. It's the most loyalist ones within our families and friends that we keep at bay, to keep a distance, that we need the most when it's time to put in position to keep the other foes and enemies away. And we forget these things. And it's kind of crazy because the most loyalist friend and family is the one that you need to be with and always have a favor, bias, love towards. To love everyone, of course, but this person you need to support because this person is a backbone. Let me say this again. This person is a backbone. And this is what I'm here to do, is describe to you what is inspiration, if not true, but true, but also giving you my backward show and my perspective I conclude. In which I conclude, I gave you that conclusion. If not, I'm telling you this. Here, this is the truth. Love is something everyone can do, but loyalty is something that most can't prove. So this is my scenario and my analogy on everything and how I feel it should go. I hope Jamie gets better. It's not looking good from what the family says. And I'm finna conclude with myself and say I spoke my truth on his situation the way I feel I should speak it, the way I spell it in that case. However, I want to say this. Always expect a struggle in the worst scenarios of life, and to never trust person on your left as if they're your right. Trust me, and always keep your right hand close to your right hand, because that's the person that's going to always make sure they know any enemy from a right friend. You better dig it. I'm telling you, if you're not, then you just missed it. This is hell of a plot, and I told you that if you're not listening, I'm about to smoke this doja and I'm out. Yeah, damn it. This is a silly rat. Tricks of a kid.